Today's workout that I'm going to share with you is a lower body workout. It incorporates your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, and a little bit of calves. And if you do this workout right, your glutes and your hamstrings will be on fire, because a lot of the exercises really focus in on your glutes and your hamstrings. Give it a try. Let me know how you like it in the comments below. So let's get this lower body workout started. I usually do a warm-up with some basic body squats just to get some blood flow into the glutes, into the hamstrings, into the quads, as well as side lunges. I'm just lunging side to side here. I'm not holding. I'm not doing a static stretch. I'm just doing an active stretch to get my hips warmed up for my lower body workout. So the first exercise I'm doing is back squats. This variation, my feet are together. I walk out slightly so I'm at an angle before I start my squats. When you do this variation, you want to use less weight, because the idea is to take your butte all the way to the floor if possible. This exercise is great for the glutes. I'm supersetting the back squats with resistance band side leg kicks. I do about 12 each side. It just keeps the blood flowing into the glutes and gets my hips moving. These actually burn like crazy when you do them back to back with your back squats. Then moving on to the Bulgarian split squat. Feet placement important. Your front leg is toe pointed, the back leg rests on the bench before you start your lunges. The Bulgarian split squat targets your hips, your hamstrings, your glutes, and your quads. And you want to be sure that you use light to moderate weight here. We're working on increased volume. We're working on muscular endurance with this exercise. So using light to moderate weight is key. Then we move on to Smith machine leg presses. I just like using the Smith machine better. No rhyme or reason to it. I just like it better. But let me show you the bar placement. You want to come up and around so the hook doesn't lock in when you're doing your leg press. This targets quads, hamstrings, glutes, also calves, but I use less weight than I would normally use on your traditional leg press machine. Then I superset it with stability ball leg curls. These burn like crazy, especially if you do higher reps, which I am here. I'm doing about 20 to 25. You keep your hips up and your core tight. Actually works your core too. Then we're moving on to Romanian deadlifts, RDL. You want to watch your form here. Your hips go back, the bar traces down the front of your legs, your knees are slightly bent, and your back is straight. You go down until you feel a pull in your hamstrings and then back up and lock out. These are killer for your hamstrings and your glutes. They even work your lower back. Then moving on to one of my favorite exercises, it's the cable donkey kick. I like to do them on a bench. I stagger my hands for balance. Kick your leg straight up. Squeezing at the top is key. I'm using moderate weight, doing high reps again for volume. Then you superset that in straight into a knee pull, no break here. This is also activating your glutes and your hamstrings, and I'm even feeling this one in my core. This next combo is great together. It's an elevated gorilla squat into an elevated RDL. Now this movement right here being elevated is a little more advanced, so if you're not ready for this range of motion, you can definitely do this one on the floor as well. Same way, you just do your gorilla squat, you come up, you go straight into your RDL until you feel that pull in your hamstring and come up. But again, if the floor is not challenging enough, take it elevated. It makes a huge difference. Now I'm going to show you 3 different ways you can use the leg extension machine. I get a lot of weird looks when I do this, but this is a great place to do your hip thrusts for your glutes, because you can go a little heavier than you could with a pre-weighted easy curl bar if you are alone. I love doing these. These are great. I go straight into your traditional leg extensions here. No rest in between. I go one to the other. Then I move it on into another variation of donkey kick. Also get weird looks when I do this, but I use less weight here because these are actually harder than they look. So I'm going to show you 3 ways you can use the hip abductor and adductor machine. This way, you're totally off the seat. This is working your glutes 100%. Then you sit back down, scoot it up a little bit. It takes it more into your hips, working your outer hips, and then again moving it in traditionally into the inside to work your inner thighs. This one, doing them all 3 back to back, if you're not dead at the end, then you're not doing it right. Hey Jeff, come do the booty pose with me. Come do the booty pose.
You embarrassed.
All right, ready?
How you do it?
One leg back, one leg back. Now arch your back and stick your booty out. No, you got it. Come on, man, arch your back. Stick that booty out. Stick your booty out. You don't stick in.